Hey everybody, welcome back to Read 'em in Weeb, the only podcast
Ever.
ever. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are currently going over my favorite Dragon Ball arc, in OG Dragon Ball, the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai,
Don't ask me numbers. Ever.
the one with Tien.
The one with TN.
It's my favorite Dragon Ball arc,
Because he
hands
loves
down.
the Wolfman for whatever reason.
I do like that bit. I do like it. I like it. I'll say it. I'll be the first to say it.
I'll be the last to say it.
Wolfman, pretty funny.
I like how he's ugly.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves.
Are
So
we?
last week we covered, the end of
Red Ribbon.
the Red Ribbon arc, which also holy fuck, that arc, though that storyline lasted so long
Yeah.
compared to what we read today. Right now we just read it. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm still reading it.
I'm still reading it. Yeah, I didn't finish. Oops. So with the Budokai, it's interesting because we get introduced to a different school. Goku pulls up. Everyone's getting ready to sign up for the tournament. We meet the Crane School, and that's where we meet Tien and Chaozu. Um, Tien is my favorite character in OG Dragon Ball.
Chaozu's my favorite.
So okay,
What? I hate Chaozu
thank
so
you.
much.
Okay, can we talk about Chaozu? Because
Can we? I don't know. Can we?
let's talk about Chaozu because I'll never want to bring him up except for one other point in the future.
When he kills himself?
Yeah.
Again?
Yes. So with Chaozu, he doesn't do anything in Dragon Ball. Chaozu has never won a fight.
Correct.
Like, as much as people clown on Yamcha, Chaozu has never won a fight. He got lumped into the Z Fighters just by knowing a guy.
Yeah. He's not a fighter.
Not at all.
His whole thing is he has special powers. He gives you diarrhea.
And then at the end of the day, they're not even that cool because everyone else can just do what he does now better.
Yeah. Also, what is he?
Chaozu.
Yeah, you're right. He is a Pokemon. So he's like a mime thing. Just to clarify, he has one hair on his head. He's also very childish. He doesn't know math. Never grows ever. At no point do we see Chatsu grow up.
He feels like a good foil to Krillin, in a way, because when they meet, they're immediately antagonistic. Everyone is antagonistic except for Goku. Goku's just like, I feel like you're strong, which he's right.
So true, bestie. So true.
And what's interesting is I get excited to see what this will lead up to because we've seen how strong Goku is. We've met somebody who Goku now sees as they're probably really fucking strong. And to Goku, who just wiped out a whole army, um, that means a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited. I was going in. I'm excited to see that fight. Roshi is Jackie Chun again for the tournament. I'm excited to see where his storyline wraps up for that. Krillin and Chaozu are really fun together. So there's a lot going on in this tournament, and I think that's why it's my favorite out of the three.
There's a weird thing they do in the prelims. So they do this twice actually in this whole arc, where they stack Goku against somebody, and everyone's like, oh, "Goku, you got it rough. That guy's good." And I'm like,
Goku wiped out an army.
"Yeah, you saw Goku kill an army of people with actual shit.
Yeah.
Uh, relax. He's also 1,000 times stronger than you, and you know it.
Yeah, Goku is at a point where he literally took on most of Baba's weird wolf people and weird fictional characters, you know? He surpassed Roshi.
Well, we don't know that anymore. Well, I guess yes. Technically, he did, but Roshi apparently has been training in secret, and we don't know how Roshi trains.
I guess.
Everyone, despite knowing Goku is an absolute monster, who's swam halfway across the
No, that
world
shit was crazy. I forgot
to
about that.
get to the tournament, and they were like, "Wow, he's a monster." Then they're like, "Oh, this normal guy? Oh, fuck, Goku's fucked, dude."
No, regardless of how strong anyone is, Goku, when he said, "Oh yeah, I swam across the world to get here,"
Because you told me I couldn't use my flying cloud.
dude, like Goku's built different.
He's dealt
He's
different.
dealt a different. Um, and it's like I don't know. It's just like it shows us how strong Goku's gotten, which is unnecessary because it's showing us as the reader how strong Goku is, and as cool as these fights are, it's unnecessary. Although
Because it doesn't show shit, if we're
it
honest.
doesn't, but it is cool the way he does it. Especially the prelims are like whatever. He just like plays around with some guy who's supposed to be like a champion or whatever.
He won the Budokai, is the thing. He
Yeah,
won a Budokai without getting touched.
yeah,
That was more interesting than the next one, who was just a guy who won 2 other tournaments.
yeah. And he was going for like his third,
Yeah.
which is like cool in like the world of boxing, but not like
Yeah, even Tien was like, bro, this is the Budokai. It's a whole nother league from the other tournaments.
yeah. And then Goku, I thought that that fight was only cool because in the anime they show you how many fucking times Goku hits that guy,
Yeah.
which is cool because it's animated really well. Um, but in the manga, Goku just elbows him once, and then Tien's like, everyone missed it. He hit that guy like 72 times. It was like 8.
He just hit him again.
They're not even fighting anymore. But so one thing I want to say about the anime, and I know we're not talking about the anime, but Dragon Ball was done a disservice when it came to animation. It just wasn't animated very well until now.
Yeah.
The animation in Dragon Ball got very good around the Budokai arc because the fights are so fucking good. Like people remember Krillin versus Goku, which we'll get to. People remember Krillin versus Tien. They're just so
They
well
do?
done.
They remember Krillin versus Tien?
Sorry, I meant
Because I don't.
Goku. Goku versus Tien. That was my fanfic. Uh, Goku
Oh, that
versus
porn you
Tien.
made.
Yeah.
Where they just also fight.
Whoever comes first loses. Um, and it's a really good arc. It's a really fun arc. Um, and there's really not a lot that I dislike about it other than Chaozu.
There are some parts that I dislike, but they're very, like, small parts.
Mhm.
They do this twice, where someone stops himself mid-air with their breathing.
Oh, it's Goku and Krillin.
Goku and Krillin. Goku breathes out so hard it slows him down enough to dodge a punch, and then Krillin just inflates himself.
The Krillin one is kind of dumb. I
It's-
like when Goku does it.
I'm the opposite opinion. The Krillin one is funny. The Goku one is stupid.
Because that's some shit Goku would do.
Except it doesn't make any sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
Because up until this point, Dragon Ball's been doing outlandish shit. I don't really care that much. And so it's like to me when Goku just like breathes out and he stops himself midair, like it feels like it's longer because it's just a still image, but to me it's like okay, he just did that real quick, and then now he has enough time to just kind of kick that guy.
Well, no, he dodged a punch because of it,
Yeah,
which I think is really dumb.
I think it's cool as
Just
shit.
punch a little farther, guy. Let's talk about the most interesting match: Yamcha versus Tien.
Yeah, I like that fight a lot.
So this fight went on very quick, but for some reason, Tien, the fucking heightest bastard, was like, Yamcha's clearly the strongest.
No, I took a picture of that because like dramatic irony is that's really funny.
Yeah.
He's really good at like showing that growth until later in Z where he's not. He's really good at showing like the growth of that character of Goku.
Well, everyone knows Saiyans grow all at once.
Yeah, yeah. They just have one big
I've never
growth spurt.
seen a character slowly grow.
Not in Dragon Ball.
No.
Never.
What do you mean the time chamber? Gohan's a little. Shut up. Sorry, that's Weeb. I'm Read It. That's Weeb. He's podcast. You know.
I'm them. Read them.
Yeah, he's
Weeb. I think so. I like that small, visual element to it.
Yeah.
It's really well done. The panel work is really good.
I wish Yamcha's hair wasn't ugly.
Oh yeah, Yamcha's got the ugliest fucking cuts. Yamcha fared very well against Tien until he didn't.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you don't go all out in your first tournament. or on your first round,
Yeah.
especially when you're going against Yamcha. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like Tien's read the manga. He knows how weak Yamcha is.
To me, Yamcha just keeps getting hoed in all of his matchups.
Bro, Tien fucking was like, I beat you twice after fucking shattering his leg.
Yeah, no need.
Probably saved his life in the end though, because did not break Yamcha's leg. He would have done some dumb shit later.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Because I forgot how immediate it goes from this arc to the next one. There is no pause.
Which makes it more
It's
jarring.
like the next day for the entire next arc.
I got so much to say. We got to save it.
Yeah.
Um, so, but for the most part, that fight is really fun. We get to see the Wolfman bit, which I also think is really
I
fun.
hate the Wolfman bit, but it's so good.
Now I like it because it builds upon what happened at the last tournament, where he's like man, or no, he's like Wolfman. He's like, no, I'm Man Wolf.
Yeah.
I turn into a man when I see the full moon.
I got bitten by a guy. I was a wolf who got bitten by a guy, and now I'm a man wolf.
Which is like really funny.
Yeah.
That's like one of our bits.
Yeah.
Which is really funny. And so like I like that bit, and then he's like all pissed at Roshi. And like you could before the bits even said, you can put it together because Roshi blew up the moon.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "You motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. I'm a wolf now. I can't get any women." And then Roshi's like, "What about furry women?" And then he's like, "No, I don't like furry women." And then
Does he say that?
yeah, he does.
Oh, I was
He's like, "What about furry women?" He's like, "I don't like furry women." And Roshi's like, "Well, you can't be picky. You're a man wolf."
Just date another man wolf. A woman wolf. Or a man wolf, I guess. Who cares?
Maybe the man witch. Um, what's it called? You have like this character that's just built upon from the last bit. That's why I think it's so funny, and it's way better than the other funny bit characters from the first Budokai.
I've almost forgot. So, why do they always have Krillin fight giant human beings?
It's funny.
They did that in the first prelim. They did it in the match in the first Budokai. They did it this time in the prelim, where he just fought a giant man and he like grapples his fingers and throws him across the room.
At least in this Budokai, like the final 8, he only fought tiny people. He only fought children.
Yeah. We don't know how old Chatsu is.
I guess you're right, but we'll get to that fight. Sorry. Actually, no, we're here.
Yeah.
Krillin and Chaozu. I like this fight a lot.
I think it's so goofy.
I like it because it shows how small a fundamental change in teaching went a long way. Where Roshi was like, we have to take time to not only train our bodies, but our mind. So we're going to
In
learn
case
basic
somebody
reading and
yells
basic
math out while you're fighting.
Sure, but it's like,
I'm just joking.
yeah. You know, I get you.
First of all, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened. So it's a good thing. But it's also like, it's also funny that just like, because he's like, you have to, develop your brain. Like, it's not just about, just being tough isn't enough. And then to show that Chaozu does not know basic math, and that's how Krillin gets an advantage. Also shows that Krillin is a very smart person.
Oh, like at least comparatively.
But
Because
we'll see later on in Dragon Ball Z
yeah,
that Krillin is a smart
individual
fighter.
I'd like to point out that they did a very nice comparison between Chaozu and Krillin here because Krillin only gives him single digit addition and subtraction, so Chaozu is forced to use his fingers. Chaozu goes balls to the wall, does double digit like addition subtraction, like do that, and immediate Krillin's like, "There's your answer." He's like, "What the fuck?"
No, even I was like, is that right?
I didn't do the math. I was like, he's probably right.
Yeah, I was like, I believe him. That's Krillin. He's a good guy.
I would just yell out a random number.
Yeah. He could. It'd be funnier if he was wrong. He should have said the wrong number, and Chaozu been like, "Fuck," because Chaozu doesn't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chaozu doesn't fucking know. Who cares?
And it's just such a funny way to win that fight. I guess to explain a little bit.
No.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
To explain.
The reason that Krillin's saying out math is because Chaozu uses both of his hands to use his telepathy powers.
to give you diarrhea
Yeah, and so Krillin to
or
get
stomach cramps, one of the two.
yeah, and to stop that, Krillin notices he's like, oh, he needs both of his hands to do it. So if I can get him to stop doing it, he'll like I can get an opening, and it works. And then the Crane teacher's like, oh fuck, I should have taught him math. It's a really fun way to show how Krillin win a fight and to show that like these fundamental teaching differences mattered. Um, but that's not the highlight for me is the next fight, Roshi versus Tien.
Absolutely, this is very well choreographed in my opinion.
It's a really good fucking fight.
In fact, all of them here on are very well choreographed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, Tien versus Roshi. It's just a nice moment. It wraps up Roshi's arc really well.
It puts a bow on the shit stain that is Roshi.
Yeah. I forgot for a second that I disliked him.
Yeah.
Because Roshi takes the time to not only, fight Tien, but also talks to him and says, "Hey, you're a really talented fighter. Why do you waste it on evil? Like what's the point?"
Roshi at the Budokais. Like, for some reason, like...
He's a different it's Jackie
Yeah,
Chun.
yeah, you're right. Roshi, Jackie Chun.
You're right, they are different characters.
Yeah. Who's
Um
Roshi? Sorry, I was talking about the Jackie Chun and Tien fight?
yeah, Jackie Chun takes time to be like, "Why are you fighting for evil? Like you're
You're just a guy.
you're so talented as a martial artist, use it for good." And then Tien's like, "Shut up, fuck you." And then Roshi, as he's fighting, has seen how strong Goku is. He sees how well Krillin's developing Yamcha's attempt, and now
Tien.
he's seen Tien.
And he's like, okay, my students aren't going to give up if I'm not stronger than them. So it's fine to leave the generation to their own devices.
Yeah, he sees that like you guys are now going to be the saviors of the new world.
Well, the fighters, they're not saviors yet.
Yeah, but even Roshi has taken on the responsibility of like doing good.
Has he?
Apparently, well, because we'll talk. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
He didn't do shit.
We'll talk about it. He's like, I'm gonna leave you guys as the next generation to handle things because the next generation's gonna do just fine, and that's how he feels. I like that arc a lot, and I like that Roshi. He sees that he's like, all right, I'm good, and he just hops out of the ring, and he's like, and Tien is like, I'm not satisfied with that. Like, what the fuck? Um, like, why didn't we settle it? And he goes out of his way to find Roshi at the end of it.
To ask him why.
Yeah. And then Roshi's like, "You're a good kid, and I can see that because you've came to talk to me about it." That's when Tien's like, "Oh, sorry. Before we fucking when the fuck was this said? When the fuck did we learn that Tao Pai Pai was related to the Crane teacher?"
When in the Krillin and Chatsu fight, Chatsu does a Donanpa.
Yeah, okay, I like that
Oh
part.
yeah, we forgot about that. That was such a sick moment.
That was sick when he does the Dodonpa, and then as a reader, you're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, and then Krillin's like, "I'll just do a Kamehameha." And everyone's like, "No, you're going to die."
And then Krillin just got him.
Yeah,
Krillin's different.
but would he have died? Goku just took one of those like easily.
Yeah, but Krillin is not Goku.
Yeah, but like
Krillin has no key control.
neither does Goku.
Sure, whatever. Yeah, you're right.
Krillin was like, Kamehameha. All right, I can do one.
That's really funny. I just like that.
Yeah.
Krilin's so good.
He did a tiny test one to make sure he could do it.
Krillin is so good. Also, Yamcha busted out the Kamehameha.
Yeah.
And then Tien was like, anyone can do it.
Everyone was surprised when Tien did it. Everyone was like, he just saw it and copied it? My brother in Christ, Goku did that in the second volume.
Yeah.
Goku doesn't even know what ki is. He was like,
no, what's so funny is like
hurt my shoulder doing that.
Later when we're talking about like ki in Z,
Uh-huh.
and like that one really good scene where Vidal's trying to learn ki, my thing is like, how the fuck is this such a hard concept if anyone can just fucking do it?
Well, to be fair, Goku and Tien are prodigy. Like, everyone here is a prodigy, superhuman. They specify this. Everyone currently in this tournament that hasn't been eliminated yet, so not counting that one boxer guy or the Wolfman, is a prodigy, a superhuman fighter. above and beyond anything normal humans should be capable of.
I would argue that given the time, Videl could be at that level.
She is, but her father's also very anti-Ki. His master was killed by Tao Pai Pai.
I don't remember the lore, to be honest with you.
His teacher was killed by someone with Ki. I think is the lore.
He's like, so I could never use Ki.
Well, he hates people who use Ki.
Anyone who uses Ki is a fucking delinquent individual.
Dirty Ki user. Go do a Kamehameha. Stinky. Anyway.
Bunch of stinky Ki users.
Use a gun like a real man.
Fucking pussy. I use a fucking AR-15 like a real man.
That's right. America.
You're probably one of them they-thems.
I got enough bull for all of you.
What are you, queer or derogatory? I am Mr. Satan.
No relation to actual Satan. He supports they-thems.
Yeah, I have a gun. That's my God-given. You have a gun. That's my God-given right.
It's my Kami given right.
Hey, Vidal, go give me another beer.
Definitely like believes in Kami though.
That's my Kami given right. You go to Heffel with all that shit.
With all that fucking bullshit. He still calls it Heffel though.
Yeah. Oh man, Vidal.
Anyway, wrong series.
Fetch me another beer.
Wrong series, wrong character.
So Ki.
Yeah, sorry.
KRILLEN.
They're prodigies at this point.
Yeah.
I'm tired of people being surprised when someone does a Kamehameha.
No, it's weird.
Especially with Tien, who has mastered Ki, clearly.
It's just so funny how much they don't believe in Yamcha at that point, though.
Yeah.
It's like, Yamcha can do it, and then KRILLEN's like, well, if Yamcha can do it, I can do it. And then he did.
And then Tien does it. A guy who was just levitating to watch the fight.
Yeah, and he's like, it's really not that difficult.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I was watching a oh, this is actually where like my part of my disdain for like Dragon Ball Twitter came. Was when there was like a poll that was like, who has never used the Kamehameha wave? And the options were like Goku.
Cell.
No, it was yeah, you're right. Goku, Cell, Tien, and someone else.
Piccolo?
Piccolo's.
That might have been the joke in my brain.
It was someone else, but it has to be someone who like wouldn't have used it.
It might have been Yamcha.
No, Yamcha's done it though.
Well, the answer was the answer in the end was none of them were correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was Goku Jr.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Goku Jr. It was Cell, Yamcha, Goku Jr., and Tien. And everyone picked Tien. Goku Jr. never does the Kamehameha.
He does a beam that is blue. That's it. I'm agreeing with you, by the way.
Yeah, he's never done the Kamehameha. And that's why I'm like, okay, Dragon Ball fans never read the fucking book or watched the show. Tien has done it. And that's like it's not even like oh, he's done it once. It's like, no, it was a big thing. He did it to prove how easy it is. And it's funny.
It was like a plot. Everyone was shocked. It wasn't like he was like, I'm gonna do a Kamehameha for fun.
And it's like there are little things in Dragon. We'll get to it actually.
Will we?
Eventually. And so it's like we're on the Goku, not the Goku. We're on the Tien Roshi fight. I liked the Tien fight with Roshi because all these things taken into account, like there's a lot of dramatic irony with the Crane School, Tao Pai Pai, Tien saying, "I want to be an assassin like the great Tao Pai Pai."
Why?
Exactly, and it's because you sought out this Crane School. Obviously, it's not what you thought it was, and then it comes full circle later on. The seeds have been planted in Tien, where he's having self doubt of like, is this the right path that I've chosen? It's just such a good way to wrap up Roshi's long storyline.
Honestly, I also want to point out the dramatic irony, or just the normal irony, I guess, of Launch falling in love with the brutality of Tien after he changes to being like, I don't want to be a bad guy. It's also might be the last time we see Blue Launch in this next arc ever.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the next arc, not this one, sorry. Because from here is where the start of where Yellow Launch, Blonde Launch is the only one we see, and then in one panel we see Blue Launch.
You might be right.
Yeah.
I don't remember her in the last arc at all. No.
No, the next arc is the last time we see her. Is what
In
I said.
in the last arc,
Oh, well, you
I
know what? We'll see.
believe she's there.
We'll see.
I remember. Hopefully.
Anyway, so that fight wraps up really well. And the fact that Tien doesn't gloat about his win because he's like, "Oh, we would have lost anyway," and Roshi admits he's like, "I would not have won that fight if I probably would not have won that fight if we kept going." And then and he's leaving, Tien's like, "You didn't need to admit that."
Yeah, he was like, "What the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
why
like
would you?"
where's your pride? And kind of like it like throws him in like a spiral, mentally speaking,
Hmm.
which is interesting, especially for a character like Tien who we don't really know, but is like very fun in a weird way, especially in this fight with Goku.
It's like how quickly we were able to learn, and I guess it comes from also hindsight of like we know Tien, we've
Foresight.
seen
Yeah.
all of Dragon Ball, but how quickly we understand who Tien is in this small couple of chapters.
Yeah.
It's really a testament to like when Toriyama really is in go mode, he can really make a good manga. Um, the next fight would be Goku and Krillin.
Yeah.
I like this fight a lot. It's a fight that we like as fans. You want to see it. Krillin fares very well
Kind
against.
of.
I think so.
I mean, like
It's one sided for sure. Because like, there's no way in our mind
that Krillin
that
is like
Krillin's gonna
nearly as
win.
strong as Goku.
Yeah, and
To be
so
fair, Goku is using his tournament power.
we haven't learned about that yet.
Yes, but I'm telling you now, we know he was just using his tournament power.
Yeah, but to me, there's okay. The big distinction between Goku not going all out against Krillin and it being like fine and doesn't take anything away from me, when Goku wasn't going all out against Vegeta in the Majin fight, and that feels worse in retrospect. The difference is because we know going in, Goku's not gonna fucking lose to Krillin. We know that. And so it's just a matter of seeing how far will Krillin go in this fight. And it's fun. It's really fun seeing just how much Krillin can do against Goku's, tournament strength.
Yeah,
Um, seeing the different attacks he's able to do, the how
he inflates himself.
he inflates himself, how quick he is on his feet. It's just a really fun fight, animated beautifully in the anime,
Paneled very well in the manga.
paneled very well. These are my favorite sets of panels. Like everything feels, the action is so easy to follow. Everything feels so good.
It
Um,
also leads us to one of the more interesting parts of Goku. What we learn about Goku's training is where Krillin gets to his strategy of grabbing Goku's tail. Goku collapses as a joke because we find out that he's in fact been training his tail these past 3 years.
Goku did not need to do that.
Yeah, Goku
All
was
for
just
theatrics.
yeah, and then he throws Krillin with his tail.
He's lucky Roshi taught him math.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I find it really interesting, especially in retrospect. Goku trained that tail in 3 years. Why are some grown ass man with tails not as strong as them? Specifically Raditz, but
Raditz.
we'll get to that when we get to that.
Who? Um.
That's only a couple volumes away.
Oh, that's right.
Now that I think about it.
No, that's crazy. Um. We so with that fight, I think what I like about it is like one, it's one of Goku's biggest flaws, and he addresses it, and he's like, "Yeah, I went ahead and fixed that." Like, because why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
At the very least,
My favorite part is when someone's like, Goku has no weaknesses. Bro, normal people don't have any weaknesses. And that, like, if that's how you discern it,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure kicking him in the nuts would work.
That's true. He still has his Gotens.
I'm not sure about that. There's
Um,
Gohans right now.
you're right. His Gohans.
Also, I would like to point out they don't show this in the paneling, but they show it in the anime. What he does, he's hanging out with a bunch of monkeys, and all the monkeys are using their like tail hand to like make bridges and shit. And like they're like all hanging on Goku's tail specifically, and I'm like, what the fuck? Do you remember that from the anime?
I don't actually.
I do.
Yeah, no, he's really good. And like the further we get in Dragon Ball, the more you like him until that one arc where he fucks up all the time. Um,
Which
it,
one?
so
Oh.
that's the worst of Krillin.
I would have sacrificed the world from some android pussy any day.
Yeah, he's so real, actually.
Yeah.
No, I saw a tweet or a video that was like, If Krillin hadn't bagged her, he would have been like the worst character in anime.
Yeah, but he got her.
And so everyone loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what it's like it's only fine because Krillin wasn't the only one who fucked up.
Yeah.
Everyone did.
It was Vegeta's fault.
Except for Tien.
Yeah, Tien's a real human man.
He did not fuck up.
Yeah.
Everyone else,
in fact, Tien went
arguably Gohan. No, Gohan fucked up too.
Yeah, Tien went above and beyond. Like Trunks didn't fuck up. Trunks should have killed the android.
Trunks ruined the timeline.
Yeah, that's true. Trunks would have just killed the android then and there.
Mm. Yeah.
Imagine being Krillin. I can't do it. I can't blow you up. Please just leave. And then Trunks is like, not on my watch. And just cuts her in half.
Oh, he would have been way stronger than 18 at that point.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
significantly stronger than she is.
Yeah. Which is
really funny to think about if that had happened.
He could have just done it.
Because he goes, blow yourself up or leave. I don't. And by this is the dub, but not the dub. The abridged.
What's Trunks' voice?
It's the same as the abridged.
Trunks is like up here, right?
I have no idea.
That's actually. I think that's like a good dub, Trunks. Blow yourself up or leave. I don't care which.
Sorry, I can only imagine Kaiser.
Oh, that's my favorite Trunks. Kaiser? Sorry, can we take it? Well, sorry, I'm gonna take it for a minute. Kaiser's Trunks is my favorite Trunks voice.
Why did you look at all the cameras?
I don't know why it scared me. We're gonna fucking.
Sorry, you panicked and looked at those, and I was like, I gotta look at mine now.
Sorry,
and then I looked at mine, and then you looked at mine. I was like, did I miss something?
I did that earlier this week at work.
Oh, where you were
forgot to record.
I would have said something probably, like when my camera turned off because he recorded me in 60 FPS.
That was funny.
4K.
That was really funny. What I like about Trunks is Kaiser's.
Yeah, my favorite is when Trunks does Kaiser.
Kaiser's Trunks is so good. I like it a lot, and it's turned into the Trunks.
He's so humble about it.
Yeah, he's like, it's not good, and I'm like, yes, it is.
He could have found someone better, and everyone's like, stop lying.
As two people who have been dabbling in voice acting as of recent, his Trunks is really good.
Yeah, it fits the character.
It does,
especially because like all of his other voices are like goofy and whatnot. This is his like actual serious like, hey, I'm voice acting, and it's perfect.
Yeah, and it's like it's so natural too. It sounds so natural. It's the most natural sounding voice in the cast. Because like, you know, when you're playing Vegeta, it sounds like Vegeta. You know.
Yeah.
Everyone has like, I'm the Prince of all Saiyans.
I'd also like to point out, like, I don't know what it is. So like, when you hear Lanny do voices, you're like, oh, this is a Lanny voice. I can tell this is Lanny.
He's so goated, though.
Yeah, they're all good, but you can tell they're Lanny.
Yeah.
Sometimes Kaiser's like, I'm voicing this character. I'm like, what?
No, I love when they were like, hey, let's all do the Saiyans, as in like the, how do I get, where are the Saiyans? Or,
this is my son, Tupac.
Yeah, that's it. I was trying to find it. That was it. This is my son, Tupac.
I'm Dre.
Hello, hello, stranger.
What is,
Thank you, violent savior.
Yeah, violent savior. No, none of that.
None of that.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
No, none of that. Shame on you. I'm sorry. I have to do the voice every time it comes into my mind.
No, it's fine, man.
Now you die.
So good. Are you good at that?
I don't like the movie. That's how.
You like the movie?
The abridged movie.
Oh, okay.
That's not the real voice.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, violent stranger. It's the Kermit voice. I just can't fucking do it.
But still give him a reward. I thought you said you were here to arrest him. I mean, I thought you said you were here to arrest him. I can't. The voices are mixed up in my brain now.
Thank you, violent stranger.
I changed my mind a lot. Execute them. They're so good at what they do, man.
It's really good. I really like their Krillin voice, Lanny's Krillin voice.
Yeah,
it's like
the personality as well as they give him is very well done.
No way, Goze.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't even fucking remember. Goku versus Krillin.
Yeah, I know that much. Oh, Krillin being goated.
Krillin's so good.
Yeah. And we started talking about...
Oh, his voice.
Yeah, his voice being funny.
Typical. No, because he's like... Because I don't know why they did that.
I nose.
Because he doesn't really
He doesn't have a
sound.
nose.
No, it's really funny because he doesn't sound like that because when Goku grows up, it's like I can see it.
Yeah,
When Krillin grows up, it's like so different.
he gets a nose.
Typical.
He wishes for a nose.
That'd been a good wish. Just because he grows up and his voice is more like, um,
Well, I guess it's kind of still like, hey, I'm an adult version of me.
I don't know, because like when Krillin's a kid, it's like, hey Goku, like,
Goku, typical.
you must be the Steve Bashiroshi. Typical. It's so funny, and then when he grows up and he's like
He still got that like, to
it's
him
like
though.
raspy.
Yeah,
It's like, hey Goku,
yeah. Hey, Goku.
hey it's him Goku, hey it's
Oh,
me
gee.
Goku.
Hey, it's him, Goku.
It's just a really good fight, man.
It's
Like,
very fun,
it,
and in my opinion, I'll be honest, it kind of like makes you go, oh. Once you realize Goku is holding back the entire time.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't do that for me because there's no way in my mind Krillin wins that fight.
Yeah, but I would like to see Krillin going against something way stronger than him at full power.
Because Goku to go in Goku's mind, he's like, I'm going tournament level because I'm so much stronger than Krillin. I'm not gonna fucking like
I'm not gonna kill him yet.
kill him or hurt him a lot. So it's like if I fight, his Goku's still like putting up a fight. It's not like he's like not trying. Like he's being caught off guard by Krillin. And that's why I think the fight is really fun because Krillin is catching Goku off guard at times.
Sorry, everything you said is barely processing. I was imagining Wrestle Wednesdays.
The fuck are you talking about?
You make a mockery out of Wrestle Wednesdays! The seed loaded itself, like forcibly loaded itself into my brain.
Oh man.
You wish to challenge me, yet you have not brought your own leotard!
It's a good fucking abridged, man.
Yeah.
And what's so funny about, or no, what's so cool about Krillin is like he's like, charging the beam, and then Goku straight up like, that's not gonna work. Like beams don't work on me, Krillin.
That's not gonna work, Krillin.
No, Goku. Goku.
Well, your Goku was not much better.
I'm thinking of like because the dub is like he sounds like this. He's like raspy. It's like raspy and high.
You're going too rasp.
It's not gonna work. Those don't. I guess you're right. It is too raspy.
Yeah, he's like got like this much rasp, and you're like giving him like a handful.
That's more Krillin, actually.
Yeah, you're still doing.
I'm still doing
Krillin.
Typical.
That's not gonna work. Typical. He just responds.
Typical. It's such a good delivery. Krillin's so funny.
Yeah, typical.
Oh man, I hope that when you guys are watching this, you know how much more fun we're having talking about Dragon Ball than fucking another.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna come out before this though.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I
do. It's like such a weird. Like beams are like weirdly super powerful or not powerful at all. As we've seen, the Kamehameha sucks a lot
until it doesn't.
Until it destroys the moon.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's done anything.
Like, you know how far you have to shoot to hit the moon?
Yeah, and how strong it has to be to blow it up in entirety.
Yeah, the scaling is crazy.
Yeah.
But what's so funny with or what's cool again with Krillin and the Kamehameha?
Why do you keep calling it funny?
Because I'm laughing, I'm giggling with you. I'm a giggling fool. What's so cool is like when Krillin uses the Kamehameha and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna use it," and he's like, "They don't work on me," and he shoots it, and through the smoke of the explosion, he catches Goku off guard. It's really fucking smart, and it's like Krillin being a tactical fighter has always been kind of there.
Yeah,
and I like it,
and especially because he kind of has to be.
Yeah,
because Krillin's always been the underdog.
And they kind of bring it back in Super, where Gohan's like talking to him, and he's like, "It doesn't matter how strong you are. There's fundamentals and there's ways to outsmart your opponent that go a long way."
Yeah,
and it's like, that's my goat right there.
That was a really good scene they did for Krillin, where they have him and Gohan fight in the anime. That's an anime exclusive thing that doesn't happen in the manga.
Yeah,
but it's really nice in my opinion.
That's my goat. My goat never left.
He's always been a goat.
He's always been a goat. He bagged the baddest bitch in Dragon Ball.
Honestly.
That isn't Bulma.
Speaking of, Back to the abridged. I know I keep going back to the abridged. It's so fucking funny, the Boo clip where he's like, "It's my it's my daughter, Marin." And then she walks out, he's like, "Ah, are we gonna talk about this?"
So
Or
you gonna
like,
talk about
and
that,
then
or
18 like, "Talk about what?" It's the name of my what, his
what's my grandmother's
grandma's name.
name?
And he's like, "Oh, I gotta go." He's like, "Oh, it's you're right. It is funny. They think I don't know."
Like, wow, Krillin, you have hair. Man, proof I had sex.
I like I like that so much. God. TFS, if you guys somehow heard of us and not them, they do great things. They're
Yeah.
a small channel. I know we're shouting them out.
Yeah.
Didn't we do that last?
No,
Anyway,
okay, sorry, I'll take this off the camera.
yeah, I can see it.
Mhm.
I don't know why we had to do this on camera.
I
We're
just
live.
while we're live from New York. No, and that like that their careers were ruined. Things were going really well until episode 7 where Esau whipped his cock out live on stream.
Then they would have been
Then they only expanded more.
like a penis. Anyway, what we're talking about? I keep interrupting us.
Yeah. So it's an unhinged episode.
Sorry, we
Um,
brought up my favorite movie of all time.
yeah, the Bardock special.
The Chilled special? Who's Bardock? The scientist?
Who's Shield?
Lord Chill. That's his.
I know, but like you're like the Who special?
Yeah.
Other character that doesn't.
Chilled is my favorite part about the whole thing.
I agree. I really like the Saiyans.
This is my. We already saw Chris of the Brown Clan. Oh, I'm gonna watch that movie again.
Me too. Yeah, so the fight's good. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Krillin. We're still on
We're
Krillin.
still on Krillin. Krillin's so good. Whatever. The fight's good.
Yeah.
Goku, you know,
It's like, I'll give you a taste of my real power, then kills him.
yeah. And then it's like,
And then blames it on Tambourine or something. Symbol? Tambourine.
and then everyone like who sees it, they're like, oh okay, that's cool. That was kind of anticlimactic, but whatever. And then Tien's like, these fucking noobs. They don't
No,
realize
no.
that Goku actually struck him 73 times.
Say it right. These fucking noobs. They don't realize that Goku actually hit him 73 times.
He wittily hit him 73 times.
He hit him with the witty.
He hit him. Goku hit him 73 times and then grittied on him.
I fucking love that. But sorry about that. But yeah, Tien being the only one who can see real things is kind of like puts into perspective how out of touch these martial art fans are.
Well, I mean, I can be a fan of however the fuck, like whatever. And it's like, if people can just move way too fast, I can't see them.
Oh, that's another thing I would like to point out. I like this Budokai way better because they don't do any of that stupid. We're moving so fast, we have to completely do an entire act to show you what we did in that 1 second.
No, this retroactively made that make no fucking sense.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because that didn't happen.
Yeah. No,
So-
which reinforces my
Your
my
theory
fan theory that it didn't happen.
They made it all up, yeah.
And it works because it's Krillin and Roshi.
Yeah, but I hate it's not. It's Krillin and Jackie Chun.
Yeah, and they're
Stupid.
both shitters.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
I know Krillin's a shitter. And then it'd be funny because Krillin, they're both really like similar wavelengths.
Yeah.
So that if they just made that up on the fly, I believe it.
Well, you'd believe anything if it was written in a book.
That's true. Like the
Stupid.
Bible. Is that the 10 Commandments from the Bible? I've sent you that clip, right?
Yes.
Did you laugh?
No.
No?
No.
I'll send it again.
Anyway.
The fucking 10 Commandments?
That's another thing I like
the
about
Bible?
this fucking series of fights is that everything is like we can see what's happening. We don't need some stupid recreation. We don't need to cater to the audience because Tien is there. He can tell us what happened.
Oh, fuck. He hit him literally 73 times.
Bro, he just kicked him in the nuts.
He hit him outside the ring, pulled him back in, hit him more, and then pulled him back.
He stepped out of the ring.
Speaking of, the next fight,
What's the next one?
Goku and Tien.
What? They fight? Anyway. Sorry. I thought it was Krillin and Tien.
Yeah. Krillin loses actually.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was a nail biter.
Yeah. I
Um,
didn't read this.
Krillin and Tien fight. It's damn it, Esau.
No, first of all, that was already something you said.
I know.
That's your
I
fault.
know. Goku and Tien fight. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Dragon Ball fight. One of them, at least.
I don't know. So first of all, I love Tien's personality change here.
Oh yeah.
He loves to fight, and it shows. My favorite one though is when he does the "ready to serve," and he's like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, it was so jarring.
The face he makes there is so unnerving.
It's so jarring. He never does that shit again.
He only does it when he does the volleyball attack, and he only does it here.
So the one time,
Yeah, but it's really fucking funny.
he's using that technique, the volleyball technique.
Yeah.
Also, I hate that shit when they're like, he might be using that technique. Fucking die.
He's doing that technique. What technique? That one, stupid. Like, I have no idea what technique he's using.
The volleyball technique. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But for the most part, actually, I like that part too. But
I know. I think it's hilarious.
And then I look the facial expressions that Goku makes because he's hitting him so fucking hard that Goku's like, what? His eyes are popping out of his fucking head.
And then Goku's fine.
Yeah.
He gets up, he's like, all right,
And then
I can use my real strength.
No,
now.
then he hits him against the wall and he starts fucking hitting him like so many, like literally hitting him 72 times. Except we can see these ones, apparently.
Yeah.
Again, the anime also does it really fucking well. It's just a really fun fight with a lot of good choreography. That's when we find out Goku's like, all right, I guess I'll use my battle strength. And it's like, he's like, you're what? And he's like, I've been using my tournament strength. I'm gonna use my battle strength now. And then he just fucking starts beating the fuck out of him for a little bit.
Yeah, it's really good. I don't like what it does retroactively when he does that, but I like the concept because he does. It's one of my issues with Goku is he does that a lot where he takes the hits to see how strong his opponent is. I'm like, man, just look really hard. Be like, oh yeah, that's about. Oh yeah, I see how strong you are now. Block it. You don't have to take the hit to a vital to be like, yeah, it's strong or not.
Yep, he killed me.
Yeah, literally.
No, but what I like about it is like
Can't block that one.
battle strength makes sense to me because Goku would kill the average person.
Yeah, but like, so don't join the Budokai.
No, if he kills, he loses.
And he doesn't care. He doesn't know how to use money.
But he wants to win a tournament
Yeah, and
to prove he's the strongest under the heavens.
yeah, but if he kills Tien here, he wins.
No, he loses.
Yeah, but he wins the tournament.
No, he loses.
Yes, but it's the the final.
But he loses.
Tien doesn't win if Tien.
But he loses.
Krillin wins.
Yeah, Krillin wins. He's a runner-up.
Yeah,
Because Jackie Chun forfeited, which in my mind makes Krillin the winner.
yeah. Everyone knows that.
I did it.
Another thing I would like to point out is neither of them rested after their fights.
No.
Because they're like, oh, we're fine. Which kind of shows like, wow, Goku really did not take Krillin seriously.
Didn't. He's like, yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Didn't waste. Didn't hit me. Didn't do anything. Yeah, I'm fine.
What's so funny is like throughout the fight, it's so fucking like serious up until Tien uses the fucking move,
I just fucking love it.
and it's such a standout moment. I also really like how Tien has a really good character moment. The crane teacher tells Chaozu to keep stopping Goku in place.
Oh, before we get to that, I want to talk about the weird techniques that Goku or that Tien uses. I thought he. That's probably in the next one. I'm not gonna bring that up actually. And this, he uses the forearm technique to just get 4 arms, right?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't help him for whatever reason. Don't know why. He's like doing well, and then Goku's like, I can have 8 arms, and he just moves his hands really fast.
Yeah.
Which is really fucking stupid. Because he's like, how is he doing that? You know how he's doing that. He's moving fast. Don't be stupid.
You can see.
You have 3 eyes.
I like that scene a lot.
Speaking of blinding, we forgot he uses the solar flare.
My favorite name for a technique.
Yeah.
I've brought this up multiple times.
It's one of my favorite techniques because
It's practical.
It's practical in a fight.
And then
No matter how it scales perfectly no matter how much you fight.
what's so funny is that everyone attributes it to Krillin now.
Yeah, despite the fact it's Tien's move.
It's Tien's move. Um, it's just like it's a fun move. It's practical. Tien uses it against Roshi at first,
Yes.
and because the announcer wears
Sunglasses.
sunglasses, he wasn't affected. He was able to say what happened, and Krillin relays that information to Goku. So when Tien uses it, Goku runs up, steals Roshi's glasses, and then he just fucking like hits Tien really hard,
Yeah.
while Tien thinks that he should be blinded. Um, really fun technique. It's a really cool name for a move too. Um,
I don't know what they called it here. They called it something else.
did they?
I think
I
so.
thought they called it Solar Flare.
Um, no, that's at the end.
Also, the manga calls him 10.
Do they?
Yes. Yeah, we were talking about
Tension Hub's name being different.
yeah, Tien has a different name. It's 10 in the manga. I
Yeah.
don't know, it's Tien to me.
It's always been Tien to me, yeah.
Yeah.
They localized a lot of shit.
And that's the solar flare. I don't
Yeah, you were just wrong there. They don't call it that.
it
Why did you
is
think that?
I don't know, because in my mind it just replaced. It was like that's solar flare.
Like me with the Nimbus.
Yeah, the Nimbus. It's a good fight. I mean, it's just the way it ends is kind of like
I like the in between the ending in here, which I don't know why you're not bringing up. The Tri-Beam.
that shit is cool.
Or the Kikoho. I actually know the name
Kikoho.
for this one.
Kikoho.
I love this move. Every time Tien uses this move, he's a badass.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna blow up the ring. He didn't even say that. He's like, I'm gonna use
He's like,
this
Goku,
move.
dodge or you will die. I'm not joking. And this time, Roshi knows what he's talking about. He's like, actually dodge, please! Like yelling
This
at him.
is the second most deadly move I've ever seen. What's
Except for
the
the one
third?
that the Mafu bite kills you.
Well, this both kill you.
Oh, no, he lived.
He did. He's like, I'm not gonna go all out so I won't die. Chill.
99% of my power. Save the 1% for, living.
Yeah, yeah. So he uses that move. Goku
Dodges it?
jumps in the air.
I don't get how that, like, how? How do you get above the beam when it comes down at you, but Tien didn't see him jump before, like...
I don't know. It it's a cool move. So I'll take it for what it is. Goku jumped really fucking high, and then he's like, now it's just whoever touches the ground first loses.
Which is dumb. He says that there is no ring anymore, so if you touch the ground, you lose.
Tien just said that. No,
Yeah,
we don't know if that's the rule.
You can touch the ground underneath the ring. Goku doesn't Goku dig under the ring?
That's Naruto.
I thought he did it in this
I've
much,
never seen Goku do that.
I think the ground was just broken in the scene I'm thinking of. Either way, I thought he got like hit by and then went under the ring. Either way, the ring being there is not what matters. It's just the location you got to stay in. It's probably the next one. What's this one? 11, 12.
Also, what the fuck is Oolong doing on this fucking cover?
He's
He
vibing, dude.
didn't do anything.
Anyway, so fast forward, he dodges it, Tien out of energy. How is it that a beam strong enough to propel Goku enough to hurt Tien is not strong enough to hurt Tien? Why are people just immune to beam attacks?
I don't know. They don't really explain it.
Especially a weakened Tien.
Yeah, Goku just hits him really fucking hard. Enough to shoot him outside the fucking ring.
Yeah, both of them outside the ring for that matter.
Yeah. The way in which they're both falling and the way in which Goku loses
If he gets hit by a car.
gets hit by a car. Which at first they're falling and then Goku just does like the little Krillin Kamehameha, like the tiny one. And he's like, oh yeah, that's enough to propel me higher. And then so it looks like, oh, Goku's gonna win. Then Goku just hits a car.
Yeah.
In the anime, it's much more visceral.
Yeah, he actually gets hit by the car and then gets hit downward. In the manga, he hits the side of a van and falls down.
Yeah, I like the anime version because he gets hit and there's like glass everywhere, and it's like if you feel it, you feel that shit.
Wow, they hit you with a car to watch the anime? That's cool.
Yeah,
I
felt
manga.
it. Yeah, he with a bus with the manga. For the most part, until the ending, good fight.
Yeah.
And the ending doesn't really ruin it for me either.
I like it when Tien's like, you deserve half the money at least.
And Goku's like, I don't know how to use it.
Don't know how to use money.
Don't know how to use it. You keep it.
I'll buy you food. And everyone's like, ooh you just gave him all the money.
I will say.
So that never happens because, the next arc immediately starts.
I like the ending to this arc. It is an oh fuck moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Where Krillin falls down the stairs and gets impaled by an umbrella.
So Krillin, Goku's like, oh, I left my Dragon Ball and my Nioibo in.
You don't have to call it that.
I like calling it that.
Okay.
It's the Nioibo and the Nimbus. I was trying to remember Nimbus.
Yeah. The Kino
the Kinto
Un.
Kinto Un.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember Nimbus.
It's Nimbus, stupid.
So what's cool is like not cool. What
funny.
Krillin, he's like, oh, and Krillin's like, oh, don't worry, Goku, I'll get it for you.
You must be exhausted. I'll go get it. Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Krillin. Yeah, I appreciate that. And then you hear screaming, and then Goku runs in. Krillin's just dead. Goku hears screaming. He runs in and Krillin's dead.
Everything, to be fair, everything is ripped up. Like clearly something happened here. And he goes to Krillin. Everyone's like, "What happened here? Oh, everything's missing." And he's like, "Krillin's dead." And you see Krillin, he's lifeless.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At first, like it's like, oh, he's like knocked out or whatever.
Yeah.
And then also the chapter's called "Death of Krillin." Fucking spoiler. I read the table of contents.
One Piece chapters be like.
I read the table of contents. I was like, whoa.
I don't read the table of contents for that exact reason.
So I was reading and everyone's like, oh, what the fuck happened? And they're talking to the announcer guy, and then Goku interrupts everybody, and he's like, he's dead. Like, and then you see like, this is the most pissed off Goku has ever been.
Because where the evil seed is planted in his heart, because he wants revenge.
Mm-hmm. But he still was able to ride Nimbus.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, this is the most pissed off we've ever seen him. He grabs the and it's quick thinking from Goku too.
He grabs the radar.
This is because he knows he has the Dragon Ball, and he yells. He's like, Bulma, do you have the scouter? And then, or the scouter, the radar. Sorry,
what?
Almost spoiled something. And he's like, Bulma, do you have the radar? And Bulma's like, yeah. He grabs it, and then Roshi's like trying to stop him, and he's like ignoring him. He just calls Nimbus, and he's gone. Arc's over.
I would like to point out, Goku has no energy right now.
None.
He's operating on pure rage, and that's a plot point, which annoys me.
And we will get into that in a minute.
Anyway, and that's where that ends.
Yeah, my favorite ending to an arc. Like, that's such a good transition into a new arc.
Krillin dying makes an arc great.
Do you consider this the end of the tournament arc or the beginning of the next arc?
So, in my opinion, this is probably the best Toriyama has written an arc to lead into another one.
Yeah. Because it's just like, right in, let's go. This next arc sucks. We'll talk about why in the next one.
All right. Hopefully you read it, because now we're weaving. Later.
Bye.